as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Going to give this to Mixon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
On the play. And a Bengal first down.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Mixon again, the ball
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
An 8-yard pickup.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
Cincinnati.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Mixon with a first down carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And inches.
Give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 37. And right away, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
At the 42-yard line.
For the first time here with Matt Breida. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. Past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This is Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Burrow going for it on 4th. This is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now it's Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and inches.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both large. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
The kick is good.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is
a throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
49-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Going to the air again with Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mixon with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Breida, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run again with Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
If you were me,
and he will bring it back.